Thank you, Brent, for bringing me back. I thank you all for being here today. It's a beautiful day after all of the storm rain. And I hope that everybody who was a mother or grandmother or great-grandmother had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I thought I would start off with an opera. It's called, the name of this opera is La Bohème from the opera Puccini, by the composer Puccini. And the character that I'm portraying today is Colonna, who is a philosopher who is giving his coat away for medicine for Mimi, who's dying. She's sick and she's dying. And it's the name of it, the English translation of this piece in English is Farewell, My Great Companion. My great companion is his overcoat. He's giving his overcoat to sell for Mimi, who is very, very sick. And he's saying farewell, farewell to my great companion. In Italian, it is Vecchia Zamora Sinti. So it's an aria from the opera, Vecchia Zamora Sinti from La Bohème Puccini. Thank you so much.
Vecchia Zamora Sinti, io resto pianto scendere, sacre Montio Devi, le mi grazie ricevi, mana trovasti, loco da soli che hai potati, posa nelle tue tracce come altri tranquilli io soppliei poeti. Ora che giorni diletti fuggir di Dio, addio figlio amico mio, addio, addio.
The next piece is from oratorio that is normally done quite often, and I'm singing this. It's in English, and the composer is Felix Mendelssohn, one of my favorite composers of sacred music. And the title of this aria is "It's Not His Word Like a Fire" from Elijah.
Is not his word like a fire, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock, a hammer that breaketh the rock, and breaketh the rock into pieces, like a hammer, like a hammer that breaketh the rock. hammer that breaketh the rock. It's not his word like a hammer that breaketh the rock into pieces. It's not his word like a hammer that breaketh the rock.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That went well.
Thank you very
So we
much.
never
Thank
did that
you.
before.
Yes, that's the first time. Mr. McGee is a wonderful accomplice, isn't he? Wonderful musician. The next piece is from a folk opera. Normally it's done by Afro-American performers, and it was written by George Gershwin. I'm quite sure you're familiar with George Gershwin. A lot of wonderful musician. And matter of fact, this opera is being done with the National Washington Opera Company coming up the next 2 weeks in March. The next 2 weeks in May at Kennedy Center. Then they're doing it this year at the Metropolitan Opera in December in New York. And believe this or not, this is a secret that y'all don't know, and I didn't even tell Brent. I submitted my resume, I would say maybe back in April or right before April. The Houston Grand Opera is doing this opera out in Houston, Texas, this coming from, starting October. I think we go into rehearsal, if I get a part, in October, and it goes to November the 15th. So keep me in your thoughts. I have an audition on this coming Thursday in Washington for this opera company. Matter of fact, they sent me a text and said, confirm and said, well, are you coming? And I said, sure thing, I am coming. So the money is extremely good. So you keep me in your thoughts, and this is the first time, believe it or not, of all my years of living, I've done this opera in opera workshops. I've done the excerpts from it in concerts. If I get this will be the first time that I've done it on stage in an ensemble. So I'm so excited. I don't know, whatever God has in store, so be it. But just keep me in prayer on May 22nd at 2:27. Think about Ron Campbell. In a good way, not in a bad way. Okay? All right. And this aria is It's Robin's aria, I think. A Woman is a Sometime Thing from Porgy and Bess, George Gershwin.
Listen to your daddy warn ya, or you start a traveling. Woman to bore you, loving and warn you. A woman is a sometime thing. Yes, a woman is a sometime thing. Your mammy was the first to name you, and she'll tie you to her apron strings, and she'll claim you and she'll blame you till your woman comes to claim you. 'Cause a woman is a sometime thing. Yes, a woman is a sometime thing. Don't you never let a woman grieve you, because she's got your wedding ring. She'll shame you and she'll claim you and she'll take her clothes and leave you. 'Cause a woman is a sometime thing. Yes, a woman is a sometime thing. Yes, a woman is a sometime thing. Yes, a woman is a sometime thing.
The next piece we're changing totally the contrast from folk opera, from religious, sacred, from opera to Afro-American spirituals. And speaking of Marian Anderson, this piece by Harry Burleigh arrangement, I Stood on the River of Jordan, was one of Miss Anderson's favorites in her recitals. When she gave recitals, she put that in her repertoire. I Stood on the River of Jordan, arranged by Afro-American composer Harry T. Burleigh.
I stood on the river of Jordan to see that ship come sailing over. I stood on the river of Jordan to see that ship sail high. Oh, Mona, don't you weep when you see that ship come sailing over. Oh, Mona, don't you weep when you see that ship sail by. Oh, sister, you better be ready to see that ship come sailing over. Brother, you better be ready to see that ship sail high. Oh, Mona, don't you weep when you see that ship come sailing over. Shout, glory, hallelujah, when you see that ship sail apart. I stood on the river of Jordan.
Yeah. Woo! Are we ready?
The next piece is from a Broadway musical called Green Pastures, and it's arranged by another Afro-American composer, Hall Johnson. Let me tell you some things about Hall Johnson. He was a wonderful composer of Afro-American spirituals. If you ever got a chance to see Roland Hayes, Paul Robeson, Marian Anderson, and Leontine Price, any of these, some of your Afro-American artists, they would feature these spirituals on their programs when they give recitals. And I know when I do my recitals, I always feature Harry T. Burleigh and Hall Johnson on my programs. I Want to Be Ready from the Broadway musical Green Pastures, arranged by Afro-American composer Hall Johnson.
I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, my Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John. Oh, I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, my Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John. When Peter was preaching at Pentecost, walk in Jerusalem just like John. He was endowed with the Holy Ghost, walk in Jerusalem just like John. I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, my Lord, to walk in Jerusalem
like John. When John was the what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was preaching.
What? No, I'm going back to, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going back to John was, what was it?
Whatever you want to do,
When
I'll
Jesus,
follow you.
oh, when John declared God.
Whatever you want to do, I'll follow.
Okay, okay.
Doesn't matter what it says.
Okay, John said the city was just four square. Walk in Jerusalem just like John. And he declared he'll meet me there. Walk in Jerusalem just like John. Oh, I want to be ready. I want to be ready. I want to be ready, my Lord, to walk in Jerusalem just like John. Sorry about the fluff.
I got plenty of nothing.
Okay. Another piece from, I think Porgy does this, from the same opera, Porgy and Bess. I got plenty of nothing from Porgy and Bess, George Gershwin.
One second. One second. Okay, I think I got everything. I found this one on my iPads.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, I've got plenty of nothing and other plenty for me. I've got no car, got no mule, I got no misery. The folks with plenty, got a lock on the door. Afraid somebody's gonna rob them while they're out there making more. What more? I got no lock on the door, that's okay with me. They can steal the rust from the floor. They can shake with me like the things and the stars and the skies are free. Oh, I've got plenty of nothing and nothing plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my song, got heaven the whole day long. No use complaining. Got my care, got my Lord, got my soul. Oh, I've got plenty of nothing and nothing plenty for me. I've got the sun, I got the moon, I got the deep blue sea. The folks with plenty, gotta pray all the day. Saints with plenty, you sure gonna worry how to keep the devil away. Away. I pray my hell till the time arrive. Never worry long as I'm well. Never want to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell, I's glad as alive. Oh, I've got plenty of nothing and nothing plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my song, got heaven the whole day long. No use complaining. Got my gal, got my Lord, got my song.
Now we're going to
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a Lifetime, Lenny LaBruce and Anthony Newley. You know who made this quite famous besides Anthony Newley? Mr. Sammy Davis Jr., the world-renowned entertainer. He did acting, dancing, comedy, great dramatic actor. And I'm going to tell you about this particular piece. When I was at Concordia College in Bronxville, New York, a very good friend of mine, Beverly Lewis, told me, she said, I think this will be a great piece for you to put in your recitals as well as for auditions. And believe you or not, ladies and gentlemen, every time I have done this in recitals, every time I've done it in an audition, believe it or not, Thank you, Jesus. I've always got a part. So it's one of my signature pieces, I would say. It's from the Broadway show, Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. Just once in a lifetime. Just once in a lifetime, a man knows its moment. A wonderful moment when fate takes his hand. And this is my moment, my once in a lifetime, so I can explore a new and exciting land. Just once in my lifetime, I feel like a giant. I soar like an eagle, if though I had wings. For this is my moment, my destiny calls me. And though it may be just once in a lifetime, I'm going to do great things. We're ending. They said, so long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, may we meet again.
Yeah.
From the Sound of, it's the Sound of Music. I'm not singing anything from the Sound of Music, but that just came up in my mind.
I was wondering.
No. I'm ending, ladies and gentlemen, with a role that I did, oh my God, many years ago when I was much younger. At the Chatham Theater, which is a theater, I guess if you've gone to theater, it's a theater in the round. You know, it's not like a theater that you come from stage left to stage right. It's a theater in the round. So it was like one of my first wonderful, like, I would say getting a music review. I got a wonderful review. And it's the theater with the people there was wonderful. It was called the Chatham Theater. And I felt like I was on Broadway. Way off Broadway. But I played the role of Joe. And because, in this Broadway show by Jerome Kern, Showboat, his main piece in this particular show is Old Man River. So we're ending, ladies and gentlemen, with Old Man River. So I want to say to you, thank you for having me come back. Brent had told me that you wanted me to come back, and I'm so happy that I got back. I'm coming back again. We got a booking of 2026 of December, right after Christmas. So we'll have a lot of Christmas stuff and a lot of Christmas spirituals and some oratorios for you the next time. But I hope everybody have a great and safe summer. It's been such a pleasure in coming back again. I thank you so much. I told all my friends when I do something, I always share with my friends what is my next musical journey. So I thank you for letting me come down here to sing for you now that the weather is beautiful.
Do you live in the area?
No, I don't. I used to live in Philadelphia, and prior to Philadelphia, I lived in Springfield.
Springfield, Pennsylvania?
Yeah, I used to. Not anymore. Not anymore. I live 30 minutes outside of New York. I live in Orange, New Jersey. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So my teacher lives in New York. I go and stay with my teacher, who's in New York City. And matter of fact, he graduated from Curtis Institute of Music, and as well as Temple University, the World of Opera. He has a small opera company called Harlem Opera Theater. His name is Gregory, wonderful teacher Gregory Hopkins.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
So I don't have all the pages for this one. This is, I have 2 different other keys of this.
Oh my.
Do you have a copy of this one?
I don't.
I have a lower key, but it probably would be easier to sing.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. You couldn't find the page for it, but
Okay,
that's fine.
so now you remember where I am, right?
Yes, I'll just do whatever and I'll
Okay,
follow.
all right.
Yep.
Okay. Old Man River.
Poor folks work on the Mississippi. Poor folks work while the rich folk play. Pulling those poles from sun to sunset, getting no rest till the judgment day. Oh man, Ripper, you must know something, but just say nothing. He just keeps rolling. He keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plant 'em is unforgotten. But old man Ripper, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, body all aching and racked with pain. Tote that barge, lift that bell, you get a little truck and you land in jail. Eyes get weary and sick of trying. I'm tired of living instead of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good. We have time for, sometimes we've done this with our musicians. If we have time, we do have to be done at 3:30. Does anybody have any questions or comments for Mr. Campbell? We sometimes do this with our lectures, and I'll limit it to, the time allotted. But does anybody have any questions about, the music or about Mr. Campbell's life or anything like that?
I just wanted to ask you, when you felt inspired, was it a very young age that you knew this is what you wanted? And
yes.
did you have talent in the family also? Like,
No. I'm going to be honest with you. I really didn't. My grandmother brought me up in church. Church. From the Missionary Afro-American Baptist Church. I had a very good friend who was a musician. He went to a school 28 miles south of my hometown called Fort Valley, Georgia. Now, Fort Valley, I don't know if you know about Georgia, it is known for peaches. It's the peach state. Well, they have peach orchards out there still to this day. And he came and he played for a music program that I was like the chairman of the music council. He was extremely a gifted young person. He's no longer with us, but he could play the piano, the organ. He should have went on and just did wonderful things. And he got his master's at Ohio State. He went to Fort Valley State, and he suggested to me go and find a teacher in Macon and start studying. He said, there's a talent, but it needs to be trained. From that time on, which is a long, long time ago, I started studying with his teacher, and his teacher he went to a school called Fisk University in Nashville, and he went to a school right out of Chicago. I think it was some kind of choral school called Vandercook. And he was extremely strict. He told me when I came into his studio, said, Mr. Campbell, I'm not having any nonsense about any of this other kind of music. You have to do what I tell you, or out the door you go. I'm serious. He told me also, the world of education is like a revolving door. You go in and pick up all the knowledge you possibly can, or you go out and get all the knowledge and have no common sense. And I tell you, that was an eye-opener. I looked at life differently. I looked at music differently. I looked at theater differently. I looked at people differently in a good way, not in a bad way. And I looked at religion in a different way. But that's me. That's who I am. To grow as a human being, as a person. It was the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I've just, I have been so embraced to this day by, like I was telling Brent when he picked me up at the downtown train station, about great music. As long as it's done, I always say to me, I love, like he was saying, the contemporary music as well as the traditional music, as long as it's done in good taste. I have no problem with the other stuff, the crazy stuff I can't get into. But that's where everything started for me. Oh gosh, I guess I could have been maybe 18 or 19 or 20 years old at that time. And so since that time, I studied with a tenor, Dr. Jack Hutchison, who was in my hometown, who was a wonderful teacher. I studied with a woman in Atlanta named Nancy Bishop, which was a soprano. I studied with another tenor. I had more high voices than I did low voices. My first teacher was a baritone. But my other teacher after that was Alan Porter, who was a tenor. Then from there, when I was at Howard, I was at Concordia. I had special arrangements to study with the mezzo-soprano, Marianne Hart. Wonderful mezzo-soprano. Then I studied with, from there, when I went to Howard, that was at Concordia in Bronxville. I studied with William Ray. William Ray went to Oberlin Conservatory, had a wonderful career with he and his wife. His wife was a concert pianist, and I'm being honest with you. At the time when they graduated, being Afro-American here in the States, there were no opportunities for Afro-Americans. He had to go to Europe. And he said that his teacher told him when he was at Oberlin, he said, William, I hate to disappoint you, but you're not gonna get the opportunities that you would if you go abroad. He went over and made a career of it. And he retired. He had 2 children. His wife was a concert pianist. I don't know, I think Miss Ray went also to Oberlin Conservatory. And he made a life. I think he was based probably in Germany. He worked in Switzerland. He worked in Paris. And I imagine, and then he did television and film over there. They were very, very open-minded at that time, but much more sophisticated than it was here in America. And then he decided to come back to America and start teaching at Peabody Conservatory in Baltimore. Then he was there part-time. He got kind of fed up with Peabody, and the chairman of my music department, Dr. Norris, asked him would he come and be the voice chairman of the voice department at Howard. And to me, it was one of the best things that happened for me. He was a wonderful person, very kind. He just passed away, I would say maybe 4 or 5 years ago. He lived between Washington, D.C. and, between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. and Ogden, Maryland. And then now, more present, I'm studying with a teacher, another tenor, Gregory Hopkins, who is he has a big church in Harlem, Convent Avenue Baptist Church. It's nothing that I think Professor Hopkins can't do. He collaborates with so many singers from all walks of life. He has a small opera company called Harlem Opera Theory in New York. So that's who I'm under with now. That's who I'm studying with as of right now, present. So as a present, I'm doing a lot of special guest appearances in churches, different denominations, as well as I feel that everybody has their own niche and have their own calling. I think, you have to figure out where do you think that your music suits you the best. So now, at this point in my life and at this age, it's recitals. I love recitals. I mean, it's being done, but not as much as they used to be being done. So my thing is, I sing in a lot of recitals at churches, things like that. I'm doing a recital coming up in New York on the first Sunday in June at an Episcopal church down in the Bowery, St. Mark's Episcopal Church. I'm doing an appearance with, I have an accompanist who lives in Washington. I met in Washington. I'm singing at his church, a big United Methodist church downtown Washington, D.C., Asbury, as a guest soloist. Their pastor is making a transition as a superintendent for a United Methodist district in Maryland, Virginia. And then I'm singing a Juneteenth concert. Juneteenth is June the 19th on a Thursday. And so that's what I'm doing. Then after that, I'm taking a vacation. So I thank you so much.
Thank you.
Did you have a question, sir?
Yep.
I do. Your projection is beautiful. How did you learn to project like that?
All my teachers. Believe it or not, I used to be a very shy person. Very shy, very withdrawn. I think the more I got up and sung, the more I sang, and the more studying that I've studied, that has helped me breathing technically and things like that, and speaking and things like that. Because, at the time, they said, like, I guess with anything, like as a dancer, as a tennis player, as a swimmer, the more you do it, the more you feel good about what you do. And you feel comfortable within who you are in your body, which is important that you do. And I love doing what I'm doing. I love coming here because I know you're very appreciative people. And I love that. And I find you're more appreciative than, I tell you, the other people in terms of people. You appreciate and value, which is something that I look at our generation to come. Are they getting it? Or are they not getting it? I'm grateful that I came at a time that that these things, this kind of music was being done. And we need to keep it, I tell you, with things happening in our world now, especially in our public schools. In schools, it's so important. And what Brennan's doing is a blessing. What he does and how he does it, I can't see, but you know what? God bless him. Yeah. God bless him forever. And he does a lot. Yeah. And so that's where a lot of my, and getting up and singing, and even public speaking. I've done some, not too much. But I've learned as being a singer, Brett was saying to me, are you going to talk? Then I said, no, I'm not going to talk. Now I'm glad he told me. I'm glad that because, you want to be personal. I think they said, you want to be personal to people, and people want to find that you're kind, because, in the classical world, that's not always the case. It's not always the case. But I'm grateful for every opportunity. I don't take the world and I don't take people for granted. So I thank you all for taking out your time, the activity people here at the Friends of Kennett Square, for taking out the time and bringing you here to hear me again.
Yes, good.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, and that's Marisol, Pamela, and Christina. They're all my colleagues in the activity. Christina's not here. Right. Any other quick questions before? And then obviously there's some, I just realized there's some food being provided, so I don't want to keep it too long, so. Good.
Okay.
Any other thing else?
Thank you so much, Brent.
Thanty you.
Thank you, Brent.
Can you get your bus too?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ready for?
Can you send it to me?
Of course.
Oh, come here.
Okay. Thank you. You're very fortunate.
Smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Campbell, give him a
Thank
hand.
you so much.
That's the one next Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, so there
Thank you so
I
much.
assume snacks that are being, are they for us? There's a bunch of snacks there.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I assume it's for us, and I would say
Go ahead.
go help yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go around.